There we go. Dingoes ate my baby. It could be true, you don't know. Dingoes ate my baby. The worm sire. At Aragian. See what the Sneaky's Hobbitses did for me here. Combat run speed boost. Alright. Ooh, I have mail. Let's see what's in the mailbox. Jewelry stuff for Shogrun. Stuff for Ward Marchin'. Stuff for Nanowin. Let's decline that hunt for buried treasure. I don't know why I closed that. I'm just going to send this stuff out again. That stays. Send that to Ward Marchin'. This goes to Nanowin. Let's summon the lynx. Do I need to murder any lynx? I do not. I will collect black ash though. Tuskers. I do not need glowing fireflies. Go get him, Toonses. Alatar, hi! I am on a Lore Master tonight on Crick Hollow, and I'm just doing some stuff in Aragian. I'm using Toonses the cat, my stealth assassin pet. There he goes. Very effective against Crebain. How are you doing tonight, Alatar? Good to see you, my friend. This is like fish in a barrel. The stealth on the pet lynx resets fairly quickly. And a sneak attack on something like a Crebain is just about instant kill. Crawling rockworm, you might need some assistance though. No, not too much. That was pretty clean too. Hi, Zinger. Yeah, the range damage is impressive. I'm still learning the nuances of all the pets. Bear, bog lurker, lynx, I got those down pretty well. Some of the other stuff I just haven't used very much. Eagle and raven and spirit companion, got no clue, haven't used any of the amulets. I like my Lore Master. I used to play her quite a bit, but my whole character lineup on Crick Hollow is kind of a mess, just because I had to transfer over a bunch of characters from Silverload also. So I've got like 2 Metal Lurker Tailors, 2 Woodworkers, 2 Guardians, no Scholar, and every time I come over here I'm just like, I'm not quite sure what I should be doing. And my one jeweler is a character I'm thinking about deleting. Are there pets besides the Bog Guardian? Not on my hotbar. See, there's a Bog Guardian right there. Let's see if the cat can beat the Bog Guardian. Really? Not so much. Okay. He stood up there pretty well. Oh, I didn't even know I had a quest to kill those things. I bet I haven't been on this character in 4 to 6 months, so for me to not remember all the quests I have queued up probably shouldn't be that big of a surprise. And Alapenya isn't here on Crick Hollow, so I have no reason to pick berries. He didn't make it. Coldfells, how you doing, buddy? A fishing lore master, you know it. In fact, I'm a little bit outraged there's no such thing as pet fish yet in the game. I'll have to lobby to get that added. Actually, what's funny, Alatar, I've talked to lore masters who play with bog guardians for so long that when they're on landscape, it doesn't occur to them that a bog guardian is an enemy. They're like, oh, somebody else's lore master pet until it attacks them. Hopefully you're not quite that single-minded. If anybody feels like chatting, I do have Discord open. Since I'm unofficial, we'll stick to in-game music, but feel free to pop in and talk if you don't want to spend the rest of the night typing. My bog guardian is named Brittany. She sounds lovely. And I have experienced the joy of tearing up the landscape with a bog guardian. It's definitely a happy thing. That's kind of my MO, is just sort of putz around throwing fire spells until Toonces kills everything. Ooh, hateful worm eye. Yeah, that's what I wanted to look out for. That Dunlander axe. Wanted to catch that before I had a bag full of them. Don't really need the trolls. Still, every time a troll dies, I just sort of feel better. I'm always late with that lightning spell. Go get him, Toonces. Toons is the driving cat. That is exactly right, Coldfells. I named him after the old SNL sketch. Nobody needs fireflies. I will take the black ash board, though. Well, I used to be more of an SNL fan than I am now, but my wife still watches the show. I'm old enough to remember it back in its glory days. Oh yeah, I need to kill trees anyway. Tootses, kill the tree. I remember the show, probably not the first season with Chevy Chase, but I remember a lot of the Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray stuff, John Belushi, and watched a lot of it during the Eddie Murphy years. I'm so old, I remember when Eddie Murphy was funny. There we go. I forgot I had to kill trees, too. Huron. Huron and dragons and ravens. Oh my. Oh, good. It's Brittany, biatch. Spider Pig, howdy howdy. I am questing in Aragian. I don't know if I am deeding yet. I think I was kind of leaning towards getting Loriana over towards Moria, but it's my Crick Hollow players. I just have a lot of stuff to sort out. I have two woodworkers over here too, Loriana and very bad character design. I created a burglar here who is a woodworker, which might be the most useless of all skills for a burglar. Burglars don't use anything made of wood that I can recall. Toonses. Flippy the Flipping Chihuahua? Yeah, I still remembered that whole poem he did when they were talking about how all of the best writers were coming from prison. Do you remember that sketch? And he's sitting in his jail cell. Dark and lonely on a summer night. Kill my landlord. Kill my landlord. Watchdog barking. Do he bite? Kill my landlord. Kill my landlord. Climb through his window, break his neck. Then his house I start to wreck. Ain't got no reason. What the heck? Kill my landlord. Kill my landlord. C-I-L-L. My landlord. Death. Some things are funny forever. That one is one of them. That's kind of one of the problems they've gotten into with Saturday Night Live. It's so topical and it's so current events that it might be funny when the episode first airs, but you go see it even 18 months later, you're like, was that a news story or something? I don't remember. And it doesn't leave a lasting impression anymore. You remember. And you like the poem. It's a hell of a day in the neighborhood, a hell of a day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? This is the way we answer the door in my neighborhood, children. Who is it? I have killed helpless birds. Oh, Gilda Radner was the best. It was so sad she passed away so young. She was married to Gene Wilder, the dude who did Young Frankenstein and did those crazy movies with Richard Pryor. He was hilarious too. Rosanna Dana. There was a story about her. She played like a young girl, and they were doing a sketch where she basically starts tossing herself around her bedroom, and she ended up hurting herself. She like broke her wrist or broke her arm during the middle of the sketch, and just went with it and stayed in the sketch and didn't even get medical help until after the show was over. I don't need to kill any more Kerbane, other than it's like satisfying to do so. I don't see any more Huron walking around. Maybe we'll go ahead and pick on worms for a while here. Late night LOTRO with Big Eddie Murphy. Let's hope we're not reduced to me doing my Eddie Murphy imitations for entertainment tonight. That would be bad. Toonses, I want you to go kill that half-orc guard. And don't be kind about it. Nice. Toonses is badass. Do I have the quest to take out the Worm Master yet? Oh, I do. Toonses kill. We will see whose pet is the more deadly. You've overstayed your welcome, half-orc. You will now face the wrath of Toonses. Land shark, yeah. Baba Wawa. Eat his face, Toonses. Good kitty. Are you invisible yet? Go kill. Boom. We're gonna make a worm omelet while we're here. Fernoffer, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Let's go kill that skirmisher. It's the best part about being a lore master. You just go kill everything for me, and I'm gonna collect shiny stuff. Thanks. Candygram. We'll go kill that skirmisher too. You ready, Toonses? Go get him. I had a whole backstory for Toonses at one point. When the orcs left Minas Morgul to march out onto the Free People's lands, it was one of Sauron's captains who knocked over Toonses' saucer of milk. Now Toonses is pissed about it, and somebody somewhere is going to pay. Toonses will not stop ever until everybody ever associated with Sauron is dead. Oh, that was the worm sire? I didn't even notice. I just sent Toonses after it thinking it was another worm. That's okay. That is the power of Toonses. Somebody in the bushes over here. Toonses kill. Yeah, you're ready. Ah, Coldfells, you got timed out. That's wrong. Hey, Pang, how's it going? Good to see ya. Ready Eris1, welcome to chat. Glad to have you here, bud. Thanks, Eldolith. The Mistress of Mubat has joined us. Only Quasi here. You normally stream on Saturday nights, don't you? You got a coloring stream going or something, or was that last night? You ready? Oh, that was the other thing I noticed. You don't even have to wait for the cooldown to finish before you can launch them again. That's kind of handy. Oh, Galbus has a 24-hour stream? Or had a 24-hour stream? I need to kill more worms. We will do that now. I need to go find more Huron, and then we'll take a look at the quest list and see what else is up. Galbus Partner is doing a 24-hour for Macmillan Cancer Center. Oh, that's cool. I saw a tweet. I wasn't sure exactly what it was referring to. I am on Crick Hollow at the moment. He had throat cancer 2 years ago, and they were who treated him. Well, that is a nice way to pay him back. Toonces, kill. Oh, I don't need any more Kerbane. There's a Slayer Deed, though. Go kill. We'll find more worms. Yeah, I haven't been streaming on Crick Hollow that much. I need to get my characters sorted out over here and probably work them a little more regularly. I haven't been on my Lore Master in months. I enjoy playing her, but I have 2 woodworkers, I've got 2 metalsmith tailors, I've got 2 guardians, I've got no scholar. It's kind of a mess. I've got all my Silverlode characters transferred over here, and I'm doubled up on some stuff and missing some stuff, and my only jeweler is one of the other guardians that I've been thinking about deleting, actually. So I have to figure out who to make a jeweler, who to make a scholar, and then I have to go through the painful task of redoing everybody's crafting. Or if not everybody's, at least several characters' crafting. That doesn't sound like any fun at all. $14 of 14 on the worms. There's a Slayer Deed for those? No, really? Okay, that's interesting. Toonce's kill. So do you stream this often? Because I never find people streaming LOTRO. You know, it's kind of funny you say that. For some reason, Z-Bird, it has been a very slow weekend for LOTRO streaming. I'm scheduled to be on LOTRO stream from 9 p.m. to midnight Central Time on Friday nights. And instead of 3 hours, I streamed for about 5 hours last night. Because nobody's scheduled on after me, so, you know, if I'm having a good time, I'll just keep playing until I get sleepy. But I got up this morning, and nobody was on Twitch playing LOTRO. And I don't mean nobody else was on this channel, LOTRO stream. I mean nobody on Twitch was playing LOTRO, which is very unusual. So I hopped back on here for what I called a bonus stream. And I had my 105th level champion on Arkenstone. And we just went out and did some Minas Tirith dailies and ran a second tier duo instance and logged off, hoping somebody else would hop on and play. And then I was watching some football tonight when I came to see who was streaming LOTRO. Nobody was streaming LOTRO, so I hopped back on again. And again, I don't mean nobody was on LOTRO stream channel. I mean nobody was streaming LOTRO. Somebody was streaming it a little while ago, but they switched over to EverQuest, which is just mind-boggling to me. I could see playing EverQuest if maybe you were in a minimum security prison and you had computer access, but EverQuest was the only MMO they had downloaded. Other than that, I don't know why that would be of any particular interest to anybody. That was never one of my favorites. I sentence you to 3 to 5 years in a minimum security state prison. As part of your punishment, you will not have access to any MMOs except for EverQuest. That would be a harsh judgment. Yeah, go eat his face, Toonces. That half-orc slayer deed takes a lot. Yeah, if you haven't seen me stream before, would love to have you guys toss me a follow. We've got some other good streamers here. Eldolith is wonderful. Not only streams LOTRO, but she does a coloring stream under Creative. And do we have any other streamers here in chat? Well, everybody on that list is pretty terrific. Maiden of Rohan, the 7 Hero should be on tomorrow night. Stina Plays, Nick, SKDX Killer, David Rutgers, Mortumbra, Andrew All-Stars. What's interesting about it is everybody kind of has different specialties throughout the game. I'm just kind of a general quest and level geek. Andrew All-Stars loves to play in the moors, player versus monster player, both on the creep and the freep sides. Bloodborne does a lot of raids and group content, particularly at the high end. Yeah, everybody's kind of got different niches or different things that interest them, and if you watch enough of us, you'll see all of the different phases of the game. I like streaming LOTRO because I'm a mediocre player, and all the rest of you guys help me out and tell me stuff I'm doing wrong. So, it's educational for me. You know, handy little tips like quit trying to equip a two-handed sword on your Lore Master. You can armor your captain with more than just elven robes. You know, just handy stuff I never figured out on my own. I may not be too bright, but I am enthusiastic. By golly, that should count for something. Yeah, if I'm the fishing expert, that tells you exactly how shallow my knowledge is, because there's really not that much to fishing in this game. The skill goes from 1 to 200, and once you get to 200, it's maxed out, and there's a few trophies and titles to get on the way. Toontz's kill. There we go. Wow. That was startling. Z-Bird 2005, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I will take that as a possible hint that you may at least find the stream mildly entertaining. Lots of good, knowledgeable folks in here, like I was alluding to. That's a harsh prison sentence, having to play RuneScape and free-to-play for 3 years. I would hate that. Yeah, Rotarius is probably right. You have to kill enough half-orcs as part of the regular questing that you get a pretty good jump start on them. Oh, I nailed the 50-pound salmon long ago. That is a good one. My champion caught her 50-pound salmon in the last of her sturgeon group, both at the Black Pool right outside of Moria. Once you get that pesky watcher dealt with, it's actually a really good fishing hole. Okay. I need a few more. Why does it defeat fell holly tenders? So there's only certain holly tenders that count, and these aren't them. So where are the fell holly tenders? Well, there's wood over here to get. There's a fell holly tender. Okay. That's just weird. Hobbit Guardian's pretty cool. Hobbit Warden is pretty cool. Lord of the Stream speaketh. I'm not the only Lord of the Stream. As a matter of fact, props to Telerian. We found out he had more characters with Lord or Lady of the Stream than I do. What'd you say you had, like 6 or 7, Telerian? It was a bunch. I only have 3. I pretty much consider that signs of a mental disorder. Yeah, it just blows my mind there's no cooking recipes for salmon, but there's a cooking recipe for carp. And my understanding is Turbine's offices are not that far from Boston. You'd think somebody around there would know anything about seafood. Or at least fish. It's like, yeah, take all the salmon and just mount it on boards and hang it on the wall. But let's go ahead and cook and eat the carp. There's more cooking recipes for fish than you know in game. Catfish can actually be pretty yummy. Oh, I don't want to turn those in. I wanted to find more holly tenders. Set as quest guide focus. It's telling me there's more holly tenders this way. Eight characters at 200 fishing and one at 194. Yeah. Mad respect for you, Tellarian. Even I think that's just a lot. But if you're playing the characters, then why not? Doesn't take that much to level up the fishing. Plus, if you're doing Summer Festival, you're going to fish with them anyway. Let's see what else we got here. Aragian. Let's go ahead and remove all of these. And we will just put rings next to everything that's not done. That should help. Satchels and crates. Those are actually nearby. There's a hidden deed at the fishing hole in Enidwaith. And Eldolith is alluding to more fishing recipes than I know. I was talking about it earlier on stream this morning. I mean, that's, you know, I've been playing LOTRO solid for 4 or 5 years now. I'm still learning stuff all the time. It's one of the things that keeps the game lively for me. I think if I thought for a second that I actually knew everything, I really would get bored. I'm a long way from an expert. Toonce's kill. Battered satchel. Yeah, I did the hit bolt fishing quests. And the ones in Western Gondor. I didn't need to kill that worm, but he was standing on that crate, so he had to go. Do I have any characters on Landraville? I do have a character on Landraville. It's a 39th level minstrel named Wedsinger. I did a special 12-hour stream to help promote the Hobbiton honeymoon. And part of the fundraising effort was I got people to pledge $1 per level for every level I could get my minstrel up over the 12-hour stream. And I got Wedsinger from 1st to 39th level in 12 hours with a lot of help from Zinger, who is here in chat right now. In fact, yeah, that should start up here in just a second. If you're curious about that Hobbiton honeymoon, I'll put the text up for just a little while. It is LOTRO related, at least. One of our stream team members, Arithart, is getting married in October, and he was trying to raise money to go to New Zealand and visit the actual Hobbit village that was constructed for the movies. And the 12-hour stream raised a couple of $100 to kind of help add to the kitty. So if you're curious about that, you want to see what that was all about, maybe throw a donation their way. Becca and Max are terrific folks, and Arithart's a great LOTRO streamer. And it's nice to raise money for something positive, you know. We're doing a fundraiser with my RC Flying Club next week for Make-A-Wish of Nebraska. So, you know, doing something for a couple who just wants to go see the Hobbit village. It's kind of fun, whimsical. You know, LOTRO's got a great community. I thought it would be a fun thing to do to raise some money and build some awareness for the GoFundMe effort. See if we couldn't help get them a little bit closer to where they wanted to go. But, yeah, it's just GoFundMe.com/Hobbiton honeymoon. And they sent out their wedding invitations. Instead of registering for traditional gifts, they were asking friends and relatives and wedding guests to just donate to the honeymoon fund. So hopefully that will be going on in earnest right up to the wedding. And Eldolith is going to the wedding, so that should be fun. Alright, what else do we have going on here? Recovered supplies, scout the company's path. Lore Master is fun. Your pet's abilities are pretty diverse. And you can have a wide range of pets. It's a pretty easy class to play in my estimation. You want to have a good feel for game mechanics. I wouldn't recommend Lore Master as a first character necessarily. They're a little squishy because they can only wear light armor. But also the way I'm playing it with the different traits. I have 4 points to spend. I hadn't even noticed. Like I said, I haven't been on this character in a while. Gonna repost the fishing thing. Where was I with the points? 555511111. Catmint. An herb enjoyed by your pets, giving them unique buffs. Attack duration and damage. Okay. There you go. There's a LOTRO stream purchase. Or LOTRO store purchase, rather. I unlocked a new class trait, so I had to unlock the slot to use it. When your pet scores a critical hit, a unique buff will be bestowed from your pet unto your whole fellowship. So that's pretty cool. I don't have a lot of... Okay, that would be useful. Not so much. Is there a virtuous elf bonus? Yeah, that might be handy. Haven't earned it yet, though. I don't need to burn up a bunch of turbine points tonight. What was my other trait, though? Let's apply. We'll go over here. I think I've got red line traded. Yeah. Okay, picked up the wood. I am looking for where the company went so I can scour their path. Perch, golden mullet, flounder, largemouth bass, carp. I knew all of those. I am not VIP. Hi Beebs, how are you? I am free to play. Totally misspelled that. Oh! I knew of all of those cooking recipes. There's a couple 3 flounder recipes up in Losoth. I think you have to get rep before you can buy the recipes. Actually, a little side note for those of you who don't fish and or don't eat fish. Largemouth bass are actually delicious, but they're almost never kept to be cleaned and cooked because most sport fishermen regard it as a waste of a great game fish to actually eat them. So, unfortunately, if you catch a largemouth and you're with another experienced fisherman, they're going to expect you to put it back no matter how delicious it looks. And they are good. Another bit of useless fish trivia for you. The sea bass is not a bass. It's actually known as a Patagonian toothfish, but they decided that wasn't good for marketing, so they just call it a sea bass so they can sell more of it at restaurants. And they're probably not wrong. So I need to summon a pet. We'll stick with Toonces. Yeah, I'm free to play premium. I have never spent my own money on LOTRO, at least not to the best of my knowledge. Not like I've got some kind of aversion to it or anything. It's a terrific game, and if I played it consistently all the time year-round, I wouldn't mind paying for a subscription. It's like $10 a month if you buy it 3 months at a time. It's like 3 for $30. It's relatively cheap for MMOs. You get 500 turbine points a month. You get fast travel to most locations. You get mail anywhere. A few other perks, and but we tell people who are looking at the game for the first time that, oh yeah, you don't have to subscribe. You get free to play. But if everybody who streams is subscribing, then it kind of makes new people curious about the game, or new players wonder whether or not that's actually valid. So I don't have any aversion to subscribing, other than I just haven't felt the need to. Um, if you set up crafting circles where you've got, I was alluding to my silver load and my Crick Hollow crafting circles getting combined, and how it's kind of messy right now, and I need to do something to clean it up. The advantage to that, though, is like I'm on 3 different servers: Arkenstone, Crick Hollow. I was on Silverlode, and if you have 4 or 5 or 6 characters on 2 or 3 different servers, and you're leveling them all up, you're going to have so many turbine points just from doing quests and deeds that you never really have to spend any money. Now, I've been fortunate in that hanging out with other LOTRO streamers, they sometimes give away turbine points. So I've had a nice influx lately. I won 1,500 turbine points from Chrysophylax I, and I won about the same amount from SKDX Killer, who was giving away turbine points. And that's one of the other fun things about hanging out with these guys on Twitch is, Eldolith I've won a couple of free games from that she gave away on her stream. So, Terry Adwin, hi! It's great to see you, Terry. I was getting ready to file a missing persons report on you. I've heard you've been busy with other things, though. Yeah, the upgrade to premium is nice, and if you spend the turbine points to get stuff, even if you didn't have to buy the points, like once you buy the Moria expansion, you get like a couple of extra character slots, you get Warden and Runekeeper unlocked. So it really just becomes a matter of generating enough turbine points to get what you want, and it's not hard to do. In fact, I've been spending a lot of turbine points lately, and I'm just amazed every time I go back in, and I'm like, why do I still have so many turbine points? You keep leveling up, you keep doing quests, you keep finishing deeds, and ching ching ching, it just kind of adds up over time. I have missed where the group went by. Ah. Yeah, 450 points in 6 hours. Well, I don't think, if the only benefit to completing all of those deeds was farming turbine points, I probably wouldn't bother to do it. But I'm big on the Holland campsite and the pipeweed pouch. Very good. The virtue screen that I was looking at, I don't know if I actually looked at it. As you complete deeds, do I have any deeds complete that I can show? No. As you complete the deeds, you level up your virtues, and you can slot these different virtues based on what you want your character to do. With a lore master, you're normally looking for will. So like wisdom, right now, wisdom level 4 is plus 36 will. Idealism is plus 21 will, plus 42 fate. It's 7th. Oh, I'm dropping loot. I don't know that I care. Well, it's a pretty nice staff. I won't say why I'm laughing. You guys can figure it out on your own. Hateful worm eyes. But as you complete deeds, these all level up. And if you really want your character to be complete when you get up to 90th, 100th level, You know, if I'm a 100th level lore master and I still only have 4 wisdom, then I'm missing a whole bunch of points of will that would help me out at the higher level game. So for me, it's about just making sure my characters are as powerful as they can be by completing that stuff. Fool's Hope. Thorak. Oops. Walked right up to that dude. Kill. Hey, Ninth Spawn, how's it going? We all know that feeling, Terry Adwin. I'm glad you're feeling a little more sociable tonight. Again, Ninth Spawn, Terry Adwin, Eldolith, Coldfells. I've got Discord up if you want to get into voice chat and talk. The invite is open to anybody, but you'll have to go over to my personal channel and type !Discord, and it will give you the invite link. A lot of the folks that are in chat already know the Discord link, so... I had 2 live podcasts and the Tales of the Free Folk RP show today. I am done talking. You're probably talked out. If you guys haven't caught Terry Adwin before, you guys should go ahead and just left-click on her name in chat, and you can give her a follow. Terry Adwin also streams with Girls of Middle-earth, and her regular stream is normally Sunday nights, so she probably wants to rest her throat so she can gab tomorrow, too. So, Beebs, how did your husband's team do? They win or they lose? Was it an actual game or last scrimmage before the season starts, or? I know college and pros haven't kicked off yet, but I imagine high school has. Well, my wife was out shooting a high school game Friday night, so of course they have. Lost by 1 point, 12-13. Well, at least they were competitive. It's important that you be there to support your man so he knows even if the parents want to pelt him with rocks and garbage, you still love him. Sing a little Tammy Wynette to him if you can, that kind of thing. Sometimes an early loss is just what a team needs to kind of get over themselves and sort of pull it together. And if it happens early enough in the year, it's really not going to count much in the standings later on. They could still win a bunch of games and get to the playoffs and maybe be better off because of the adversity. You see teams all the time who don't really get challenged until it's November, and then it's too late to be learning you need to work on stuff. Oh, no problem, Eldolith. Are you actually moderating his 24-hour stream? Is that the deal? I was talking to All Up Enya. He lives in Texas. He's a Cowboys fan. I like him anyway, but I will hold that against him. And my Seahawks played as Cowboys yesterday, and Romo went down. They took him out of the game with they thought was precaution. And I was talking to him this morning. I'm like, oh, any news come out about Romo? Is he going to be okay? Oh, yeah, he's fine. The team said he's fine. Romo says he's fine. Yeah, it's no problem. Then later this afternoon, it came out that he has a spinal fracture. He's going to be out at least half the season. Goldfell's nephew won last night 28-0. Got to watch the game a few hours ago. Hey, Meg Reader. Yeah, I don't mind seeing the Cowboys floundering as well. I don't particularly hate them. My two favorite teams are normally the Seahawks and who's ever playing the Denver Broncos. He's in a new school, moved from a winning school as a head freshman coach for 8 years and got off a varsity position. So he's not happy at the moment, but heck, last year the season, the team was 1-9. So all he has to do is win 2 games and he's better than last year. Wow. Husband agrees with the anti-Cowboys sentiment. Yeah, that Dak Preston looks pretty good. Romo is definitely fragile. Yeah, if the Broncos have to start Mark Sanchez, they'll be lucky to make the playoffs. They ought to call him Father Christmas because he gives footballs to everybody who wants one on the other side. I have a hard time remembering Miami even has an NFL team. The Dolphins have been so irrelevant for so long. Although Ndamukong Suh is revered with godlike status around here. Eldolith doesn't know who that is, but most of the rest of the state of Nebraska does. Well, the new running back looks pretty solid too, so there's a lot of good things the Cowboys have to work with. There's some talk about, why am I killing more Crabane out here? I need to kill every crow in Aragian, I guess, which I'm completely okay with. Go get him, boy. Toonces is on the mark. Don't have to kill any fanged stalkers just yet. Don't have to murder any goats. As a Seahawks fan, I really like Romo. He gifted us right into the playoffs that year with Hasselbeck. He had to go in and hold for a field goal attempt and fumbled the ball. That's just... You can't ask for better help than that. Where are all the crows? Well, Tenebris, speaking as somebody who doesn't hate the Texans, I'm concerned. You guys were supposed to be in the playoff hunt a couple seasons ago, and you just look disheveled. And I don't really understand it. It's a very good defensive unit. The offense just went to hell, and you guys are missing pieces and losing players. I don't wish the Houston Texans any ill, but I would be very surprised indeed if they got into the playoff hunt this year. Terry, I may have just spammed your whispers, sorry. Can't stand the sights. Hi, Iracina. Welcome. Steve Atwater for the win. Terry Adwin is probably not excited by the sports talk. Yeah. It's like I tell my wife every year, Terry, you can have the remote control back in February. I promise to not talk about sports just as soon as football's over with and there's nothing but NBA. I don't dislike the NBA, I just don't follow it. I have a very, very, very mild interest in hockey, but I don't really follow the NHL. We have a couple of good Pro-Am teams here in Omaha, and the University of Nebraska Omaha added a hockey program not too long ago. They're fairly new, but they're usually pretty competitive. Much more fun to go to a hockey game. Panthers, duck sauce, what are you thinking? Hockey fans are lucky because your off season only lasts about 3 weeks. We have to wait months for football to start back up again. Yep, dropping more loot. Do I care? Yeah, I might need those. Champions, minstrels, and Bjornings. Yeah, not so much. Don't care about that. Spotted fur, hides. Oh, the rest of that stuff's not going to drop anyway. I'm afraid to open my packs because I know Terry Adwin's watching. And 14 of 14 Cribane. So let's remove that, remove that, remove that. See what else we can load up. All up, how you doing? Are you keeping track of what shirts I wear on stream, all up? I've got Terry Adwin consulting on my in-game wardrobe and all up commenting on my real-life wardrobe. It's a lot of pressure. I'm not very fashion conscious. Toonce's kill. Why am I still dropping loot? I didn't think I had anything that was expiring that soon. Okay, I can take those. Take that. Take that. Mrs. Mustafa is very grateful that you're all watching the stream tonight and she doesn't have to supervise me all by herself. She's glad you were here to help. That's true. Don't worry, honey. Nobody watches when I stream, I promise. Okay, Toonses, go get him. All Up says hi, honey, even though he's not watching. I have not. Nobody watches me stream, honey. Don't worry about it. I know. Toonses, kill. Good kitty. Iracina says hello. Remove that one. Men of the South. Eldolith waves to Mrs. Big Ed. Mrs. Mustafa says howdy right back to you, Eldolith. She called you by your real name, but it's super secret, so I don't want to repeat it, Crystal. I know, I was making a joke. Mm-hmm. My wife does not play. In fact, she has zero interest in anything Tolkien related. I don't know. Have I ever forced you to even sit through any of the movies, honey?
No, but middle school, my friend who nicknamed himself
Mm-hmm.
Gandalf, yeah, he totally turned me off on that because he was so excited about it. I'm like, oh, right.
She's telling me a story about a kid at middle school who was totally geeked out on Tolkien, who just repulsed her away from anything Tolkien related. She does like Martin Freeman and Benedict Cumberbatch, however, from watching Sherlock, so she wasn't completely unreceptive to very short exposures to the Hobbit movies, which of course is anathema to most Tolkien fans who hate the Hobbit movies.
Why do they hate the Hobbit movies?
Because they didn't follow the books close enough.
Really?
I hadn't read The Hobbit in so long I didn't really notice much of the differences myself. I really need to go back and reread anything, much less Tolkien. Yeah, Murder She Wrote online.
Hey, I like it.
And the Matlock MMO. She's really big on the Matlock MMO.
Barnaby Jones.
What did I get you the Barnaby Jones DVDs for? Was that Valentine's Day or your birthday?
It's either one.
Well, that's true. Eldalus says you do have a Twitch account. You could log on and talk.
She would just move me into penalty box or something. I don't know what that is.
If I could just get up the rest of that hill. Coke Zero? I'll finish the water. The wife keeps checking on me because she stopped off at the store to get some stuff, and she made sure she got me a box of Crunch and Munch as a snack, and she keeps walking by to check and see if I've opened it yet because she wants to dig into it with both fists and grab a handful. I'm on to you. You're not fooling me. So I'm going to wait for her to pass out on the couch watching TV before I break it open. I don't think she likes Heart to Heart.
No.
She has confirmed that she's out on Heart to Heart. It's not her jam. Toonce's kill. Sounds good, Coldfells. And again, I know nobody actually wants to talk to me, but Discord is open. I'm not looking for the dead dwarf. Oh, I just needed to find the goat meat. Okay. So I don't have the quest to find him yet. That was a long hike. Wish I'd have known that before I came up here. Thanks, sweetie. Do you want some crunch and munch, honey? Do you want some crunch and munch? I'll let you open the box.
I think I'm gonna have banana peanut butter.
Now she says she doesn't even want the crunch and munch. Hey, look who's here. Floyd and DeWitt. I don't know I've ever found them up here before. That's a new one for me. That's, even being an almost fanatical completionist, one of the things I've never finished is either one of the Floyd and DeWitt deeds. I will eventually be so out of other things to do on Galandriel I will go finish those. There's somebody out here wandering around. Cool. But just haven't done it yet. Most of the Cracker Jack that I've tasted is really low quality popcorn and super low quality caramel, and it's normally years old and very stale. I can't remember if I've ever had a decent box of Cracker Jack before. Crunch and Munch is usually more fresh and edible, equally as bad for you, of course, and it's not quite fiddle faddle, but it's pretty good. We can stop and evaluate the box right now, in fact. We'll see if the wife is really telling the truth about not wanting any. If you see a blur come by the camera and you hear me getting tackled into the wall, that means the wife was fibbing and she really wanted the crunch and munch. It is the caramel flavored popcorn with peanuts. And it's pretty tasty. Toons' kill. Beebs loves them all. Yeah, me too. The wife and I are big popcorn fans. Sometimes I think she agrees to go to movies she doesn't want to see just so she can get movie theater popcorn, which isn't the worst idea in the world. There we go. I think Maiden was streaming Swatter earlier. She's probably either asleep in bed or she went out Pokemon hunting and won't be home until dawn. Those are some nice banners. Be a shame if somebody were to take them. Discord shows she's playing Hearthstone. Oh, there you go. I tried Hearthstone. I was not particularly intrigued. It's probably okay as far as card games go, if you like card games. Well, it's like I always say when I do my daily deeds in Minas Tirith. Really, the war is going to come down to simple vandalism. I burn their camping gear, they break our statues, I steal their banners. Anybody here in chat actually play Hearthstone and like it? Are you invisible yet, Toonses? Quit turning. I have to see your body. There you go. I think eventually the final quest to win the game will be to travel to Mordor and TP the tree outside of Sauron's house. Yeah, it's about how long I played it. I went through some of the tutorial and it was like, okay. From a streaming standpoint, I kind of get the impression with a lot of the MOBAs too. The main advantage is the game doesn't require so much concentration that you really have to pay attention to it all that much. So you can talk to your viewers in chat a lot if you're streaming Hearthstone or if you're streaming League of Legends. I know there's a lot of people who just think League of Legends is life, like it's the most important thing in the world, but there are a lot of people who stream League of Legends who just don't pay that much attention to the game. That's just my impression. Correct me if I'm wrong. I value your input. Toonses, you're stunned. There she goes. You have to watch the links, and when the cat's body goes slightly translucent, they're ready to sneak attack again. Wait for it. Wait for it. There. The cat goes translucent, ready to sneak attack again. League of Lemons. Cleavage streamer. I've talked about that with All Up. I think we both agree that I have the rack for it. I'm kind of a small C cup. I just don't think I could keep up with the shaving to pull it up regularly is the only problem. So, let's face it, if I try to get by on my looks, I'm not going to get very far. Got the banners. The Orning Club. Minstrel Sword. Minstrel Club. Actually, that's one of the interesting things. I only have the one minstrel. I did not have a minstrel on Crick Hollow or on Silverlode. And I'm kind of glad. Okay, I need to defeat lizards, crawlers, and dunlendings. I think we can saddle up at this point. I need to be in a different section of the map. Underwires can work magic. No, I think with a little bit of makeup and a water bra, I could really bring in some donations. But, I mean, All Up alone would probably spend half his paycheck tipping me. Bye, Duck Sauce. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Hopefully the conversation wasn't too weird. Weird is what we do. let's go ahead and remove that one and that one. And I need to go across the gully and fight some Dunderlings. Oh, I should get some wood while I'm here too. This might be the first time that Loriana is collecting ilex branches. She probably has a few from before, but not very many. What do I got here? 37 logs of ilex wood, yeah. That's going to be a big boost in crafting for her. Of course, it's not like Mori isn't choked full of it, but we'll see. Oh, Olip, I was talking earlier about us discussing Tony Romo this morning. I don't know if you caught any of the NFL Network, but they announced he actually has a spinal fracture. He's out half the season now. And my apologies in advance to Terry Adwin for bringing sports back into the conversation, if she hasn't already left the chat and discussed. And like with Loriana here, I'm just as likely to convert her to Scholar or Tinkerer. Probably more so than keeping her as a woodworker. It's like it's really not that big of a deal to create her own staves. It's not like staves don't drop regularly. And I mean, by the time you get up to legendary weapons, it's not like you ever need to craft a weapon again. If who hasn't? If Olip hadn't heard. Olip's quarterback is out for half the season. He tried to play with the Seahawks and it cost him. Because they are an undeniable force of nature. Clearly he was a bad lookout because Toonces had no problem getting in front of his face. Where's that lizard? There we go. There Toonces goes. You can get a fully overpowered furball 25% off. What kind of slots are on sale right now? Character slots? Pang the Pusher. It might be a while before I start a bear. That was pretty funny. Do not let Toonses get behind you. Nothing good will come of it. Icy Witch has been playing Bjorning here on Arkenstone. Well, here on Arkenstone. I'm playing on Crick Hollow tonight. Need one more Dunderling. Okay. Crawlers and lizards. I need to go that way to do it, huh? We ride. I killed the Master of Naru when 4 levels lower with no problem. Hadn't been that easy with my other tunes. Here we go. Scrub crawler. One down. Scrub lizard. One down. Okay, we're going to let Toonces roam free for a while. You can meet Cecil. Cecil is my bog lurker. And I am going to turn Cecil up to aggressive, so that Cecil can just murder everything we trip across. Like the scrub lizard. Cecil, kill. Scrub lizard. Ooh, a scrub lizard. I have walked out of the zone. There you go. Lots of lizards all of a sudden. Where did all the lizards go? Okay. Got all the crawlers. I need 4 lizards. You are handy, thank you. Ulenden. Welcome to Ulenden. And we got all the lizards. Hooray! And there's Enid Waith just across the river. Exactly. Hello, lizard. Ooh, mithril flake. Why am I getting mithril flake out here? Little Ed Mustafa was almost out of Moria by the time he found his first piece of mithril flake. It was like he had some kind of mithril jinx on him. I think my quest for lizards and crawlers kind of lulled everybody to sleep. Chat's gotten quiet. I could totally fish that. I need more pack space. I have no idea what Loriana's fishing skill is. In fact, I don't see a fishing pole in her inventory. There it is. A Lebethron fishing rod. I was nervous for a second. He's rare and elite, so we're gonna murder him. Hi, Panga. Welcome to the stream. I think I want to go with Toonces. So we'll dismiss Cecil. And we'll bring on the really angry cat. Toonces the driving cat. Well, he's clear over the hill. We've got to go chase him down now. Toonces go. Good job, Toonces. Did he drop anything good? I got a barrel shard and some crap. You were so addicted to Berg play, you just had to pick the Berg pet, didn't you? I did. I like the stealth. No, I just... if you set up the combat right, Toonces one-shot kills a lot of stuff. It doesn't drag out.
May Govannen. Stay a moment.
How can I be of service?
Mind my words, traveler.
What did I get 10 turbine points for? Oh, Silent and Restless, completing deeds in Aragian. Okay. Polished wings. Monstrous wings. Oops, too many monstrous wings. think they want me to use the horn. Plague of
Sorrows
lizards.
of the Elder are never ending. My heart cannot sing today.
Plague of crawlers.
Why do you trouble me?
Bears are good. They make a fine pet. Basic theater lesson, The Flop. It's a nice cloak, won't wear it. It's a nice necklace, probably should be wearing it. Really? A Lore Master's Book of the Third Age. I suspect that might be handy. Jeweled cheese. Creepy filth. There is never enough pack space. Where is that mailbox at? That unlocks swift travel to stable masters south of Gwingris. The more of those deeds you finish, the more that unlock. Okay. Good to know. Even though I'm not VIP.
Why do you trouble me?
'Cause it's hilarious. Luminous dust. That's a nice flagon of ice wine. I don't know that I'm done in for a kill. I'll hang on to it. That glass of ice wine could save my life one day. Well, in case you guys were wondering, there really is a BigEdMustafa in Middle-earth. He is a 58th or 59th level Guardian on Crick Hollow. More useless trivia for you. Where is that stupid halberd at? Well, you know what? My first instinct was just to vendor it, but I may as well send it to my captain. Just for fun. Honesty. Charity. So if you haven't started playing LOTRO yet, this kind of ties back to what I was talking about before. This is an example of completing a series of quests, and getting this deed done boosts my charity virtue from 7 to 8. And it doesn't make a huge difference, it makes an incremental difference. But as you level up these virtues, it can make a big difference on your player survivability. So you don't want to ignore them. Alright, I have 5 pack spaces left. That's pretty amazing. Who else do I need to talk to? These two?
Sweet Melon.
Infused celebrant salves. Thanks for nothing.
The shadow of Mordor
A
will
skinned
not
goat.
long
That is
fill
good
the
news.
halls
He
of
might still be
Khazad-dûm.
alive. Yeah, I already
If
walked
we are
past
to
his
find
corpse.
Mithril in Khazad-dûm,
But I like your
we will
optimism.
first have to deal with the orcs.
What can I do for you? Mind my words, traveler.
Defeat the spy master.
Greetings, friend. Will
Defeat
you lend me
Grims
your
and
ear?
snow beasts. I can do that. I didn't realize there was a task board here. For some reason I had it in my mind. No, there's one over at Ecad Mirabelle too. Lothlorien and Mirkwood don't have task boards, but they do here in Aragian and Enidwaith and Dunland.
The sorrows of the elder are never ending. A shadow is on my spirit. Grey is the shadow upon my heart.
This lady whines a lot.
My heart cannot sing today. My heart cannot sing today.
Was it monstrous ears I didn't think I had? I might have been correct. Alright. Sorry about that. If I go more than 30 minutes without drinking Coke Zero, I start to die. Okay, not really. I do have monstrous ears. Or task turn in. Not really trying to describe myself. I don't think I'm getting rep with anybody. Isn't this just experience?
A shadow is on my spirit.
Yeah.
My heart cannot sing today. A shadow is on my spirit. The sorrows of the elder are never ending. A shadow is on my spirit.
Well, at least I got task turn-ins done for the day. Even if it wasn't particularly useful. Stable master.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Oh, night, Arcina. Thanks for coming by. Have a great night. Lots of tasks to turn in. Oh, nice of you to offer, Zinger. If you've got somebody near level that you want to run around with, would love to have the company. But I'm mostly just resurrecting this character from the mothballs. I mean, I haven't played Loriana in probably 5 or 6 months. So, I'm just running around doing some quests, having some fun. Probably ought to go finish unlocking Moria. Maybe I'll do that before I log off tonight. I want to get some more of these quests turned in. I have to go all the way back to Gwingris. Hi, Stage. How are you? So here's a good question for all of you lore masters. What's the best pet to attack the Watcher with? That might be one of the encounters that is more difficult on a lore master than it probably ought to be. I do play on Crick Hollow. I'm playing on Crick Hollow right now. I have more characters on Crick Hollow than any of the other servers. Although that's because when Silverload closed up, I transferred most of my Silverload characters over here. I had a Runekeeper on Silverload, but I transferred her to Arkenstone.
Megovanen.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not want to put down the crunch and munch yet.
Megovanen, might you spare a moment of your time?
What can I do for you?
Megovanen.
That is true. Mrs. Mustafa will stop at nothing to get her hands on the crunch and munch. And since she did actually go out and buy it, I would be happy to share it with her. But she denied wanting any. I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure eating a whole box of Crunch and Munch wouldn't be good for me. Probably eating that half a box wasn't good for me. But eating the whole box would be twice as bad. Yeah, if I ever decide how I'm going to straighten out all these characters and what I want them to be and what I want them to do, it would be a good thing. I was a little upset. I had a champion on Silverload named Elric. If you've never read the Elric books from Michael Moorcock, highly recommended. Wonderful fantasy series. Bit old school. Surprised it's not still popular. But when I transferred over to Silverload, somebody already had it with that spelling. So I changed his name to like Baragian or just something non-Elric-y. Which is fine. It's not that big of a deal.
What can I do for you? Mind my words, traveler.
But I had to change my champion's name. I had to
Grey is the shadow upon my heart. Will you lend me
defeat
your
wood
aid?
trolls. Now I've got a quest for wood trolls. And the lore master might actually be able to finish that awful, awful dungeon full of wood trolls.
Stay a moment.
Seeds for the future. But I actually
Greetings
started
to
a
you.
spreadsheet to try to sit down and figure out how to straighten out the gang here on Crick Hollow, and it just kind of hurts my brain to think about. 33.6, 36.4. Okay, well that's at least a better sword than I'm carrying offhand right now. Well, that's a sword with will and fate. So is that one. Okay. Defender of Gwingris was a nice little upgrade. Not a big upgrade, but an upgrade.
Greetings to you. You may be of service to me.
Defeat Brunank. The Worm Sire. Oh, the trolls?
How can I be
Yeah.
of service? Might you spare a moment of your time?
Defeat Arsgot and search his body.
My heart cannot sing today. Will you stay a moment and learn of my
Collect
troubles?
Dunderling axes.
Greetings to you. Swilide Melon.
Destroy
Stay
the
a
roosting tree. Looks like I already picked up the ring lore. What do you guys think? Do you think I can fish it? I'll bet this isn't fishable. It's fishable. That's pretty awesome. Let's see what we catch. Now I found an instance earlier today where you could fish in a fountain indoors, but you wouldn't actually catch any fish. Here I caught fish. I got a char. It's kind of funny because there's no fish that actually show up inside the fountain, since it's only like an inch deep. Fishing increased to 34, and I caught another char. Oh, and here's a fishing hint for you. For some reason, LOTRO only registers that you tried to reel in the pole when you let go of the mouse button. So if you're using the mouse to click over your fishing icon and you accidentally press it, you can just hold it down and wait to let go once your bobber goes in. If I'm going to be doing a lot of fishing, I normally just move my fishing thing down to 1 so I can just hit the 1 button instead of clicking with the mouse. Alright, fishing's at 35. I'm not going to sit here and catch char for the rest of the night, but at least we got some fishing done. And char are useless, so we'll throw them away. Mrs. Mustafa came for the crunch and munch. I predicted you would.
You already opened it.
Yeah, and ate half the bag. It was delicious.
With your Coke Zero.
I saved you some, so you wouldn't murder me while I was sleeping tonight.
I was going to do that anyways.
I know. I probably have it coming
Are you done?
with the... yeah.
Which
Mm-hmm. I have plenty I could be doing in Aragian, and probably plenty that I will do in
Greetings to
Aragian.
you.
But for now, they were just char. Plus, I don't know Olip has any characters on Crick Hollow, so I couldn't mail them to him. Delicious, crisp, and refreshing. Not an official sponsor, but it should be. I think we're going to go ahead and try to unlock Moria tonight. I've got my legendary and I've got it leveled up to 14th, 13th. So, should be ready to go. But I am a little bit perplexed. I don't know that a pet is going to be all that effective at attacking the Watcher. Maybe Cecil is the way to go. He can stand on shore and mix it up pretty well. And we'll see. Olip keeps waiting for me to just let out a big giant Coke Zero belch on stream, but I always manage to find the mute button. So it's a good thing. Nobody wants to hear that. Deed complete. Silent and Restless advanced. Compassion. Task limit reached. 10 of 10. 10 turbine points. No, if we do an all mini kinship, it'll just be called We Win. I care about my viewers too much all up. I'm not going to blast them with a Coke Zero belch. That would just be rude. With all of the work Telerian has put into his fishing, I would be ashamed if he was still on and saw I had a character that only had 35 fishing. I got work to do. After I streamed this morning, I brushed off my Guardian on Arkenstone that I hadn't played much. Shinaria is 51st level, and I have a bunch of stuff to clean up on her. I went on the Academy field trip with her a few weeks ago. They were in Evendom, and we got to Dwalling, and we're killing bandits, and I suddenly finished Bandit Slayer Advanced for the Shire, and didn't realize that I still had stuff from the beginner areas I hadn't completed with her. But sure enough, I did. So was finishing up some Breland stuff with her, and want to get her kind of more finished up with some of the tedious stuff I have to go correct.
Perhaps there is still hope.
Perhaps there is still
We will
hope.
reclaim the lost halls of Khazad-dûm.
Travel to the Watcher.
I hope you know what you're doing, friend.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Thanks for your confidence, though.
Dire is the creature called the Watcher in
Coke
the water
Zero
by the
Heroes?
dwarves, an ancient evil called forth by the
I don't know of
Dark
anybody
Lord.
else that likes Coke
Perhaps
Zero.
through the power of legend, a way can be seen past the terror.
I'm going to try it with Cecil. And this, boys and girls, is maybe the greatest fishing hole in all of Middle-earth.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
The Watcher apparently doesn't eat fish, it eats dwarves. Cecil, kill. Don't think we're done yet. Do you think it's gone? Pepsi Kona.
We will reclaim the lost halls of Khazad-dûm.
It's a nice hat.
Perhaps there is still hope.
And so it was that the Iron Garrison passed the doors of Durin and entered the dark of Moria.
Sorry if this is
But
really
they were not
loud.
the first to brave the mines. Nor will
pretty
they
awesome.
be the last.
Oops, don't walk off the edge, dummy. I won't catch anything spectacular here because the fishing skill is too low, but you get the idea. If you want to fish like a boss, the Black Pool is the place to go. Char. One advantage of fishing here is the water's so still that you can see every move your bobber makes. Minnow. To those of you who are considering streaming yourselves, remember, two of the most important things you can do on stream to attract new viewers is crafting and fishing. Fishing is obviously a big draw, but crafting is also quite a big fan pleaser, particularly farming. Goldfish, fishing skill at 36. Rusty dagger. Here, fishy, fishy. Caught weeds, fishing 37. It'd be kind of funny if you actually came out here and swam long enough if the Watcher just came and ate you and permadeathed you for being stupid. I don't know that that's actually a thing, though. Probably not. Permadeathing would get people upset. You're not wrong about me being a very naughty person. But I actually do fish and craft on stream. One time I was playing my minstrel and I was trying to finish Anorian Master Farmer, and I actually titled the stream, "Warning, do not watch this stream. I am farming," and people still came in and watched it. It's just one of those things that if you start streaming LOTRO, you just get used to streaming so much when you're playing that it's like, well, why wouldn't I stream? If I give somebody a fair warning that they don't want to check out the stream and they come in anyway, then they can't really be upset that it was boring. I told them it would be boring. Minnow. Bitterling. Char. Weeds. Fishing increased to 38. I should have the title Apprentice Angler already. And I think I move up to Journeyman Angler at level 50. You can only do 10 points of fishing per day, so I won't get there tonight. Probably wouldn't want to if I could. But, at least I can move to within striking distance. I figure 41's probably good for tonight if it doesn't take too long. Oh, I want to put on my cool new hat. Char. Fishing is 39. Cave Claw Steed. I hope that's not actually a cave claw you can ride. That sounds awful. Cave Claw Masked Pony or Cave Claw Masked Horse. Alright, that doesn't sound as awful. Cave Claws are just ugly, nasty little things. I would love to fish up the Watcher. Also, if you're streaming, you probably shouldn't eat or drink on camera. Like, don't eat like a half a box of Crunch and Munch or drink a bunch of Coke Zero and have to mute to belch and things like that. Fishing at 40, we're almost done. You should get like double credit for fishing the most dangerous body of water in all of Middle Earth. Hi, Princess Quill. Welcome. It's true, Zinger. I am the counterexample that helps everybody else become a better streamer. Do you know what was really stupid and boring? Was watching Ed guzzle Coke Zero while he was fishing on stream. I should never ever do that. I think it's important to educate the audience, though. I don't see other streamers stepping up and teaching you about all of the fishing titles and fishing trophies. So I take it upon myself to spread the word. Bertowin, howdy. Oh yeah, Urugarth is dangerous too. Only if you fall in it though. Normally there's nothing that's... Oh, there we are, we're at 41. There's nothing that's gonna like leap out of the water in Uruguth and attack you. You just die if you fall in, as I know. I was gonna hop up on the side of a bridge to fish from the ledge and jump too far. It was disconcerting. Fishing is at 42. I am a seeker of deep places. Ice Bay of Foracal is dangerous. Anduin River. Yeah. But again, you have to fall in the water to die. If you fish near the Watcher will just reach out and take you.
The House of Durin will live forever!
Khazad-dûm awaits!
Lore Master's book. I will take that book.
The dwarves will prevail!
And I'm going to wait and come back here.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm.
We'll head up to Dolphin View. There's a couple of services I need there. Not the least of which is Forge Master. No, I fished the Ice Bay of Foracal. I know there's fish there. The Anduin River. We were talking in somebody's chat channel the other night, and Eldolith informed us that Isildur was trying to escape from a band of orcs that were chasing him. And I don't remember if he fell in the Anduin and drowned, or if he was trying to swim across the Anduin and drowned. But the bottom line is he's somewhere in the bottom of the Anduin. And I made the joke that, well, maybe I can go fish there and drag him up. So I'm trying to remember if I fished the Anduin or not. It's a good question. Yeah, you could definitely fish the ice bay. And in fact, I was talking to Lady Gun's husband, whom we nicknamed Lord Gun, at lunch what was it, week ago Saturday? No, a week ago, actually 6 days ago. It'll be a week tomorrow. Anyway, when we were at lunch, I was talking to him, and Lady Gun's husband is an avid ice fisherman. One of the advantages is if you pull fish out of water that cold, you can just set it on the ice and it stays fresh all day until you decide to head home. The lava below the bridge of Khazad-dûm will not kill you. If you scrape the walls properly, you might even survive the fall and you can swim in the lava. Could be. Relic Master, Forge Master.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
I was lost until I found you. Don't need to reforge anything just yet. And okay. One down. Deed bestowed, Mines of Moria. I honestly don't know. She has stuff to finish in Breland, the Shire, Arid Luin. Lone Lands, North Downs. She hasn't finished anything anywhere. And one of the things I like to do with my characters, the Ice Bay is where I completed the Darter Group trophy and got the 50-pound salmon on your primary. It's good fishing, especially at night when the Aurora Borealis is out. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty view, that's for sure. I have found that once I get to Moria, I normally don't go back to Eriador very much. You know, there's plenty of other services and stuff. It actually looks like I'm doing really good rep-wise. I am kindred with everybody up until the Iron Garrison. So I don't really have to go back to work rep, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to go back and work some deeds. But I don't know I really need to worry about it all that much. Journeyman of the Guild for woodworkers. Ooh, a char. So I am glad to see that at least the rep part is taken care of. Bent sharp eye.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
If Durin's Bane lives still, we will destroy it and make of it a standard to terrify our foes.
I've got to be honest, Radiarius, I did not know how to spell Borealis off the top of my head, so I would not have known that you had borked it. Minor Book of Beasts. Endor's Blade can go. I think I can sell that hat. It's a nice hat. See you, Pang. Have a good night. I was just going to throw up a link to my personal channel there for you. If anybody's watching chat and they haven't had a chance to follow me yet, all you have to do is left click on my name there in the chat channel. You heading out, Beebs? Have a good night. Discovered the Stone Council. But you can just left click on my name and it'll pull up a dialog box that'll let you hit follow. If you're already following me, thanks, and if you don't want to follow me, congratulations on showing good taste. I'm glad you're here watching anyway. The Silver Teen loads.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom. The House of Durin will live
Bozy
forever.
in the Chamber of the Crossroads. They want me to take the whole tour, don't they? Well, that's weird. Now, why is it one of the places I need to have max rep with is Thorin's Hall, and I have it. Mounts. I have not bought my goat. So that's what I need to do right away. Oop, wrong place. There we go. I got to go buy me a goat. Blame the phone for autocorrecting Borealis.
How can I be of service?
And then the phone crashed. Maybe Borealis was a code word that you can use to just reset your phone back to factory. This has been an exciting night. Well, I have to say, for as many quests as I turned in, I'm a little disappointed I didn't level. About 2/3 of the way through 52nd, though. And again, I'm just glad I remember how to play a lore master. At least well enough to not die on stream tonight. There's a quest you can do fairly early into Moria that will give you a plus 32% speed starter goat, but it doesn't feel much faster than walking. So I always try to get kindred with Thorin's Hall, and if you manage to do that, you can go into the Bluestone Garrison here and get a much better goat. Also, one of the things that I didn't know until recently.
At your service. What do you need?
So there's a vendor here that will sell you a Return to Thorin's Gate travel skill as long as you have 100 Dour Hand banners. So if you go to Sarner, or you go to the Ice Reef Mines and collect a bunch of those, hang on to 100 of them and you can get an extra travel skill that comes in moderately handy once in a great while. The Bluestone Garrison is a little bit like the Matham Society or that one little section of Rivendell. It's not as important as it used to be because you don't need a superior forge anymore. But the vendor down here sells the prized Thorin's Hall goat. And it's one of those cool little areas that I would bet a decent portion of the player base doesn't know about.
How may I be of assistance?
They've just never wandered over here to look. Prized Thorin's Hall goat. 5 gold. I got it to spend and I want the goat. So I am good to go. Skills, mounts, prized Thorin's Hall goat. There we go. What? You didn't do a Sarner Great Hall run before you went to Ichad Dunan? Actually, I'd started it, but which I was sort of surprised by. I wonder how I get my pets to do ancient dwarf damage. A spurious over-temperature warning and shut down. That's no fun. The vendor was able to get a buttload of goats down all those stairs and expects you to get one back up. I'm going to pass on fishing in here because I did a lot of it over the summer festival. My champion is still working on her Rare Fish of the Summer Festival title. Hopefully that will happen next summer. Because, you know, I'm going to lose sleep if I don't have the last fishing title on Earth. The Great Delving, Silvertine Loads. Silvertine or Silvertine? I like saltine, so I tend to say... I want to go over here anyway. Silvertine. Because it's like a delicious salty cracker, only full of silver.
Greetings.
kind of weird too, since I haven't figured out who's going to be the scholar yet. All of my characters on Crick Hollow keep scholar materials. And eventually, when I sort this out, they'll send them all over to whoever turns out to be the scholar. I guess that's about it. Look at that pack space. Terry Adwin would be proud if she hadn't gotten disgusted with a sports talk and left hours ago. Will and avoidance. Well, alright. That probably doesn't help a lot, but at least I've got pack space. Go for it, Eldolith. Stelden, Bree, Rivendell, Chad Dunan. Perfect. Ooh, a Bog Guardian. I don't know if I realized exactly how many quests there are in Aragian. It's a lot. Your Gwingris, your Pembar,
Greetings to you.
I like to see how many silver ingots I can stick in my mouth and see if I can still whistle. I assume that's the saltine silvertine thing. There are only 3 critters that have the Great Protection corruption in or before the Great Hall. The Dour Hand Gem Cutter just outside, the Goblin Boss that is sometimes way in the back. He's easily avoided. The third is the Stealth Lynx Boss that occasionally patrols the back. He can be trouble. Run for it if you don't have Ancient Dwarf make damage. If you can, that is. On the other hand, Eldolith, you're kind of playing a dangerous game trying to out-zinger Zinger. You don't want the full fury of Zinger coming after you. Oh, I got some nice hosts. Pang is hosting. Aerithart, which is probably Eldolith. Lexus Mortifus is hosting. Meg Reader is hosting the stream. Thank you very much. I had mentioned earlier that I had my official stream time last night from, let's call it 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time. And I hopped on about a half hour early because nobody was streaming, and I played a couple hours late because nobody else was streaming. And when I went to bed, there was nobody else to host. When I woke up this morning, nobody was playing LOTRO, so I hopped on from about, I don't know, 11 a.m. Central till 2:30 p.m. Had about 3.5 hours in earlier today, and then was watching football, went and ran some errands, and after the wife and I ate dinner, I came to see what was going on Twitch, and nobody on Twitch was streaming LOTRO again. So if you have even an inkling of an idea about streaming LOTRO, would love to have you streaming LOTRO. Not me this time, it's Debat. That's what I figured. I just use a higher level tune to farm the first age relics. 3 turns around the Great Hall and you're good. Yeah, we need more LOTRO streamers is basically what it comes down to. You know, we've got some great new streamers. The Fudginator covers a time period where we don't have a lot of people streaming. Nettlebrew is in the UK. He'll stream at a time when there aren't a lot of US streamers. But some of the people that normally stream, you know, Aerithart, classes started back up. He's an English teacher. Silver Star 7, his college classes started up. He's hosting a little bit here and there, but I haven't caught him streaming in a week or two. He's probably back in school, and you know, there's always an ebb and flow, but if you've got a decent computer and a couple of monitors and a webcam, I say go for it. You know, the other people who stream LOTRO, and particularly here on LOTRO Stream, I know Eldolith is happy to help anybody. I'm happy to help if I can offer any advice. All up in ya. Maiden of Rohan, extremely helpful. We'd love to add more people to the LOTRO streaming fold. At the very least, our goal should be to have somebody streaming LOTRO 24/7. Ideally, we should have 5 or 6 people streaming LOTRO at the same time, but I would just be happy to pop on here and not see nobody streaming LOTRO, if that makes sense. So, just a plug. Would love to have more people, not even on the official stream team. It doesn't have to be that big of a deal. I like to stream on my personal channel because we can get a little rowdy and chat, and I can play rock music, or we can listen to Richard Cheese and just sort of hang out and have fun. But I know I reach more people more quickly with the LOTRO stream, so please stream LOTRO. And if you have any interest in being on LOTRO stream, it's not a real high bar to get on here. Obviously, I wouldn't be on here if there was. We need people streaming LOTRO. We're the marketing department for Turbine at this point, and if we can show that LOTRO is active and that people are playing it, and people can see what a beautiful game it is, people come by and try it. It's free to play. It's not like they got to pay anything. They just have to download the client and create an account, and it's a lot of fun. But if you can't even find it on Twitch, if somebody does a search for Lord of the Rings Online and they can't find a stream, that doesn't portray the game in a very good light. So that is my soapbox speech for tonight. Hopefully somebody else out there will pick up the baton and decide to throw some LOTRO streaming up on Twitch. We need the help. So this is where I'm going to call it a night. I really appreciate you guys coming out and watching. Hopefully you were at least mildly amused by the stream itself, as well as a little bit of the banter, and not overly disturbed at the wardrobe selection that would require me to become a cleavage streamer. Probably not going to happen. We may have a party in my Discord this morning. Cool. You don't even need more than one monitor. Just check your chat frequently. Well, that's a good point too. I had to get a second monitor so I could read chat. Ed was asleep and I missed it. Righto, I shall head off to bed now. Berdwin, thanks for stopping by. Good to chat with you. So you guys have a great night. If I don't see you again in my stream, hopefully I'll see you in yours. But had fun. We'll do it again soon. I'm sure I'll be on my personal channel this week, and I'll see you guys, if not sooner than Friday night on LOTRO stream. So thanks for coming by.